Welcome to the Coaching Recharge. Today I'm going to share information about the coaching process here at Bermudian. We will walk through the impact cycle and you'll have a chance to hear from teachers who have recently gone through the coaching process with me. I want to first start with the why. Why is coaching important? To better understand the impact of coaching, I want to highlight Atul Gawande's TED Talk, Everyone Needs a Coach, from April 2017. In his presentation, Gawande talks about his surgical experience and how coaching became a vital part of reflection and growth in his practice. He states, it's not just how good you are now, it's how good you're going to be that really matters. As the instructional specialist, I'm here to work alongside you to get you there. Gawande also considers two perspectives when it comes to professional growth. The more traditional school of thought considers that once we have gone through all of the coursework, mandated training, and student teaching, we should be capable of managing our own professional growth. But the reality is that sometimes we don't recognize issues we may be having, or we just don't know how to fix them. So at some point, we stop improving. However, we can turn to sports to better understand another practice, coaching. In sports, athletes take on the mentality that you are never done growing and that even the greatest in the world needs a coach. Gawande notes that coaches act as the eyes and ears of your practice. They recognize the fundamentals and break down your actions by collecting data. Coaches work alongside you to build you up and achieve your goals. Through your efforts, student success increases. Students will see teachers learning and growing at every level in their careers and be the example of lifelong learning we are working so hard to instill. Now we are going to turn to the impact cycle, a proven structure for coaching and education that guides our work together. Along the way, we will hear from some fantastic teachers that have gone through the coaching process. It is the first meeting that we will review the coaching cycle and coaching policy, such as confidentiality. Remember that our conversations and work together are not shared with other teachers or administrators. I will ask you questions about you as a person and an educator to really understand your core values and motivation. I will ask, what is your biggest stressor? What keeps you up at night? What is a goal or a dream you'd like to achieve in your classroom?
I like coaching with Brittany because it is a collaborative experience. Because I'm not afraid to go to Brittany and ask her if I need something, and I know that she will go and investigate and get back to me. I like the fact that she's there as a resource. It's a team effort to help me and to help our students in the best way possible.
She took a look at how I worked personally. Like she recorded my lesson from start to finish, got an idea of how I run my class, and then adapted the planning towards that so that it made sense for me. Yeah.
Based on your responses in the first meeting, we will schedule a time to collect data that illustrates your classroom's current reality. Data can be collected using video, observation, student interviews, or student work. We utilize a platform called SIDME that records and uploads video to a huddle that only you and I are a part of. Your video lessons are not shared with administration at any time.
For me, I kind of felt like I was in the driver's seat, and she kind of gave me the directions as far as how I want to go along. And then, like we said, we recorded, and then we came back and we reviewed our plan. We looked at the directions we had, and we kind of like, okay, we like this, we dislike this, we want to go through and fix these things.
Now it's time to review your data. While watching your recorded lesson, I will utilize the High Impact Survey to collect initial data during your lesson. You will use SIDME to view your recorded lesson and add comments. What did you really like? What areas do you want to work on? SIDME allows us to comment, ask questions, and reply to each other within the video timestamp.
Right now, like I'm creating a whole new unit, I'm getting feedback from her, she's giving me more ideas, and then just like you said, trying new things and not being afraid to try them. And
after each of us view the video lesson, we meet again to discuss what you saw. We focus on areas you are interested in highlighting, either as strengths or areas for growth. The identified questions help us to process the points you have identified as areas of growth and to understand better how students are performing compared to your ideal classroom.
I know that I personally was feeling discouraged and overwhelmed. And Brittany kind of just randomly saw me in the break room having a little bit of a meltdown. She asked me some questions about what was going on. She listened to me as I vented, and then went back to her office and took some time to come up with some solutions for me. Brought them back to me at a later date when I'd calmed down. And that kind of opened me up to being willing to look at the coaching process.
Once we've gone through the identified questions, you can select an area of focus. I will collect any additional data or information based on the area of focus you have chosen. Using the data I have collected and your chosen area of focus and any additional information, you will develop a peer's goal. A peer's goal should be powerful for students. We want to have the greatest impact on student learning possible. Will this goal allow students to gain instructional time, participate more in class, understand a new concept or strategy? Easy. We want to set goals that are easy to achieve. Setting a goal too difficult or long-term may lead to frustration and feeling as though your time is not being used well. Emotionally compelling for teachers. If this goal is realized, will it make a difference to you in your classroom? Do you care about the results? Reachable and measurable. Using a strategy, the goal is not only able to be reached, but is also able to be measured to understand the impact. Student focused. The goal should ultimately be benefiting students. If your goal is to better organize your lesson plans to teach your next unit, your students will benefit because they will be able to follow the course content, make connections, and understand expectations. Through the creation of a peer's goal, you will select an instructional strategy to learn about and implement in order to work towards your goal. The strategy may be included in the instructional specialist playbook, or it can be one you have discovered somewhere else. We'll take some time to work together to learn about the new instructional strategy you would like to implement. You can learn about the strategy through modeling, co-teaching, observing another teacher, watching a video of the strategy being utilized, or going on a learning walk to a few classrooms that utilize this strategy effectively. This choice is yours and how you will learn. Once you have learned about the new strategy, we'll work together to develop a checklist or best practices based on your learning and research to implement it in your classroom. Utilizing the checklist or best practices we develop together, you will implement the new strategy in your classroom. During the lesson, you can make note of changes you experience and things you want to adjust in the strategy to make it work better for your unique students.
With my EL students, I have a level 0, 1, and 2 EL student in the same class. And especially with my level 0 student, I really needed some suggestions. So Brittany helped me find some elementary type grammar and vocabulary activities for that student to do and online, and I developed a little packet really for him to work through as the other students continued with different lessons.
When you are comfortable with the new strategy, we will collect data again using the same form as the initial data, either video, observation, student interviews, or student work.
Yeah, and not just technology. Like right now, I'm not done my coaching session technically. It keeps just evolving. So right now we're working on exit strategies for like the day-to-day. I'm good. It really kind of gave me the confidence to try new strategies out because I was really hesitant to try things before because I was like, oh, if this doesn't work, my kids are going to think that I don't know what I'm doing. But she really gave me the confidence to just talk to my kids about, hey guys, I'm trying out new strategies. I just need your input. Let me know what works, what doesn't. And it kind of made me feel like it was okay to try different things and have them work or not work depending on my class.
You and I will meet again to review the new data, analyze the impact of the new strategy, discuss your experiences, and make changes as needed. If you did not meet your peers' goal, we will discuss changes we can make to the new strategy, choose another strategy to learn about, or make changes to the peers' goal based on new information.
And I've actually finished my coaching cycle with her, but now I'm able to make my own plan of actions and kind of do the whole reflection process on my own and kind of step back, and then I can help people who are still in the process.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of, I'm still in it, but just on another perspective of it now. So
Yeah, and I feel like it's really helped my students too, because I feel like they are getting more of what they need from me in a more productive, like positive way, instead of me getting frustrated or feeling upset. Like,
while the map is outlining a linear path, it is important to remember that the impact cycle is just that, a cycle. We can begin the cycle again if you choose a new goal or want to revise your original goal or strategy. It is a fluid partnership between us, with the ultimate goal of impacting student learning. At this point, I hope you are wondering, how do I get started? Well, it's easy. Simply send me an email, stop me in the hall, or schedule an appointment on my calendar. I hope this video has helped you get better acquainted with the impact cycle and how I can support you in your work with students. Remember, coaching is for everyone, and I look forward to working with you soon.